today, and Steve said we play 3 games in 6 days. That's actually kind of downscaling it from last week when we played 4 in 7 days. So we have had a hard schedule, and there's a couple reasons behind that. Number one, we're in the second year of the APR penalty, which some of you may or may not be aware of, but basically we're digging out from underneath some academic issues from the past, and so we had to cancel 3 games this year. We'll postpone them, actually. Next year we will play Morehead State, Southeast Missouri, and Coastal Carolina, who we played last year. We'll make those 3 games up. So a lot of things have been condensed. The other thing is we play some guarantee games, which helps us out and helps the university out. So a lot of times we play those games when they tell us. Oklahoma and Pittsburgh are both those guarantee games, and because of the way that the check that they cut to us, which is really nice, we play when they say. And so that's kind of the way we had to lay this schedule out this year. The backside of that, a lot of people say, Coach, why do you play such a hard schedule? And it's very simple. I didn't come to UCA to finish in the middle of the pack, the Southland Conference. If that's what they want, they get the wrong coach. I want to win the Southland Conference. I want to go to the NCAA tournament. That's my goal. That's my number one goal. That's what drives me every day when I get up. It's what drives me to go recruiting. It's what drives me to coach my team. And the only way you're going to do that is you've got to be as good as the best team in your league. Well, Stephen F. Austin in our league has been very, very good. So you better start playing some people that look like them before you get to them, or you'll never know how to compete at that level. Last week we went and played UMass, and they beat us pretty good, but they made 16 threes in the game. We had a hand in their face. They just got incredibly hot, and I was very disappointed and discouraged and thought we did a bad job defensively. Then they went to Vegas and they did the exact same thing to Clemson, made 16 more, and beat Clemson about like they did us. And then we went down to Rutgers and actually had a chance. They're in the Big Ten now, and we had a 4-point lead with 3 minutes to go. We only turned the ball over 10 times in that game. Unfortunately, 2 of them were in the last 3 minutes, and they led directly to a basket, which really kind of broke our back. But even with that, Jordan Howard had a shot to give us the lead with about 12 seconds to go. And I felt like we really competed extremely well in that game against, a team in one of the power conferences. Then when we went to Las Vegas, we played extremely well against San Antonio and had the big win that Steve mentioned. And then I was disappointed in the first half, especially when we played Howard. Howard's a really good team. They have the country's leading scorer, guard. His last name is Daniel. He averages about 28 points a game. We held him to 22, below his average, and it took him 22 shots to get those 22 points. So I felt like we did the job on the defensive end, but we did not attack their zone very well. So it's just an up and down deal with us right now. I think we're much better than we were last year. Don't have a lot to show for it. But I've been doing this a long time, and I know the progression that it takes to get to where we want to go, and we're well on that road. The thing is, when we got here a year and a half ago, there are many times it feels like I've been coaching here 5 to 10 years. I mean, that's how long we've been, how hard we've been going at this. But what I have to remind myself, this is just year 2. And yes, last year we lost 27 games, and we've lost 4 more this year. And the losing takes its toll. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. It takes its toll, especially on a team. And these kids are such good kids, and they work hard, but it starts getting a little hollow when your coach keeps saying it's going to get better, it's going to get better, it's going to get better, and it doesn't in their minds. But it is better. And when you watch film of last year and this year, it's night and day. And I believe as we start playing more like-minded people more right now at our level, I think we're gonna do okay. Little Rock is 5-0. Full credit to them. They have a new coach. They got a bunch of new players. They're a lot older. They took a couple of fifth-year guys and some junior college transfers, and Coach Beard's done a really good job of making them blend. They've won very, very close games. They beat San Diego State 49-43, set basketball back 30 years. And then they beat Tulsa the other night, which is a team that we played and got beat by. They beat them 64-60. They were down by 12 at the half. We were down 6 at the half. With 5 minutes to go in the game, we were down 9. So, we were right there with Tulsa, and then Tulsa turned around and beat Wichita State, who's now struggling, but when Wichita State had their full complement of players. So it's been an interesting first month of the season just watching it around the country. But when I look around and I see where our program is, I think we're moving the right direction. And what I tell our players, and I would tell you as fans, the exact same thing. As long as they don't give up, as long as I don't give up, and as long as you don't give up, we'll keep moving the dial the right way. The moment one of us three gives up, it's probably time for a change. And I don't mean that as a threat. I just mean that it's very simple. When a program is down, it takes a while to get it well. And we all want it instantly. I would love to have it instantly. And I also know that a lot of people think just because you make a coaching change and someone comes in, the magic wand will be waved and it'll be good. But that's not really the way it works. My players right now are busting their tail. They're working hard. They're very coachable. I wish they were a little bit tougher. That's what we're working on right now, just mental toughness, just to battle through adversity. And that was the thing that disappointed me in the Howard game. They hit us in the mouth early. We got down by 16 early in the game, and the final score, we lost by 16. And so we played them even from that point on, but we never did really make a legitimate run. The closest we ever got was 11. And that's where we've got to get better. That's where I've got to get better, getting my team to play harder and to be tougher minded. Sandra and I need to get together and just see if we can't rub off on each other. Her team's very good defensively. Mine is not. Not yet. But my team can score the ball. And we have. We're averaging well into the 80s. We've put up, 98 against San Antonio, and we've been able to score the ball. 84 against Rutgers, 82 against Tulsa. So we get it up and down the floor. Unfortunately, we just haven't been great on the defensive end yet, and that's an area we've really been working on. So what I hope is, we just keep moving the right direction. I think by the time we get to conference, we'll be fine. This year we're playing 10 home games and 18 road games. So we got the deck stacked against us, but I won't use that as an excuse. I won't let my players use that as an excuse. We look at it as just an opportunity to be battle-tested and road-tested. This game tomorrow night is big for us. We would love to be able to beat UALR and Arkansas State. That would be I told the guys today that's something we ought to really shoot for each and every year, to have supremacy over those two other teams. That's what we ought to do at UCA. And so we'll give it everything we got. I think the guys will battle. It'll be a kind of a battle of them trying to be ultra-conservative and keep the pace slow, and us trying to play fast. And so whoever can do that best will, I think, have a chance of winning.